Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily Englisher. This weekend is homecoming weekend at Acadia University. So what is homecoming? I'd heard of it before and I always assumed that it meant when the students go home, but no. In my dictionary there are two meanings for homecoming. Number one, an instance of returning home. Number two, North American, a reunion of former students of a college or high school. In New Zealand we don't use the word homecoming, but I think schools and universities do have reunions, but not very often, as far as I know. But here, homecoming is an annual event, so I guess some people, if they have a lot of free time, could go back to their university every year. And former students are called alumni, it says in my dictionary, especially American English. I've heard that word before, but I don't think it's used much in New Zealand. There are various events over homecoming weekend, mostly sports games, and there's also something called fall convocation. I don't actually know what that is. I should probably ask someone. I've never heard of convocation before, and in Wikipedia it says there are about 3 different meanings. But anyway, it's some kind of ceremony. And fall is a season, as you probably know. I still can't really get used to it being called fall. Fall sounds like something you do when you trip over. It doesn't really sound like a season to me. And tomorrow night we're going to a hockey game. Hockey as in ice hockey, which they call hockey in Canada. It's hard to get used to that. So in New Zealand we say hockey and ice hockey, and in Canada they say field hockey and hockey. I've played both sports actually. At high school I played hockey for 4 years, and then when I was at university I played ice hockey for a year. So I'm really looking forward to watching the game. Kia ora. In stick news today, the Nobel Prize for Literature has been awarded to 87-year-old British writer Doris Lessing.
On the 22nd of October 1919, a girl was born in a country called Persia. Her parents were British, and 6 years after Doris was born, they moved to southern Rhodesia. Doris went to a Catholic school and left when she was 13. She was married twice and had 3 children. In 1949, Doris Lessing moved to London, and her first book was published. The book was called The Grass is Singing. It's a novel which deals with racial politics in southern Africa in the 1940s. Lessing has now written more than 20 novels, as well as short stories, poetry, plays, 2 operas, non-fiction, and 2 volumes of an autobiography. Now she's just been awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. In a radio interview, Lessing said about the prize, "They can't give a Nobel to someone who's dead, so I guess they were thinking they'd better give it to me now before I popped off."
And that was Stick News for Thursday, the 11th of October. Kia ora.
Is this the first place that accepted me?
It's one of the only schools I got into.
Well, it's the closest school to my hometown with a program in theology, which is what I study. And they actually have better scholarships in theology than almost any other school in Canada right now. So, a couple of really good reasons right there.
I wanted to go to a really small school, and most of the small schools are on the East Coast, so then my dad and I came out and looked at them, and Acadia, I guess, was the one that just fit the best, so.
The laptop program is pretty nice, and being far away from home.
I came here because it had a really good kinesiology program, and I came for rugby as well.
You played ice hockey in New Zealand. Is it popular in New Zealand? How long did you play for? Did you enjoy it? Did you win many games? What was your team called? Yeah. No, not at all. I think there are only 2 ice skating rinks in the whole of New Zealand. Just for 1 season. Yeah, I loved it. I love ice skating and rollerblading and hockey, so yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, actually my team won the championship. I can't remember.
A game played on ice in which players use long sticks to hit a hard rubber disc into the other team's goal. Hockey. The former male and female students of a school, college or university. Alumni. A reunion of former students of a college or high school. Homecoming. The season of the year between summer and winter, when leaves change colour and the weather becomes colder. Fall. A formal ceremony for the conferment of university awards. Convocation.
And that was the Daily Englisher. See you tomorrow. Bye.